I see a lot of anime essay guys make videos about Haikyuu, and a lot of them talk about Hinata because he's the MC. It makes sense, but I feel a lot of them don't touch on this one aspect of Hinata Shoyo that I feel makes his whole character. It kind of is the reason why he's able to get to where he gets at the end of the story. And that's his obsession. In the manga and the show, they have this term for these types of players called the volleyball idiots. I'm not sure when it's first introduced, but I do remember the players that are categorized within this volleyball idiot terminology, and they are Bokuto, Ushiwaka, Hinata, Kageyama. There's probably a few more, but those are the main. Those are the main ones that I remember. What does this term volleyball idiot really mean? In the show, they refer to them as volleyball idiots because that's all they think about. That's all they do, and that's all they want to do. They don't think about anything else. They don't want to think about anything else. 24/7, around the clock, everything that's in their brain is just volleyball, all the time. And that level of obsession helps them get to where they want to be. That's the obsession that helps Hinatas Shoyo to go from this mediocre middle school player who's just hyper athletic to what he becomes in high school and beyond. I've been thinking about this idea of what the greatest talent is. And before, when I was younger, I used to think it was the ability to just be naturally good at something, To be naturally tall so you can play basketball and volleyball, or to be naturally athletic so you can play certain sports, or to just have a natural aptitude for music, like maybe you have perfect pitch. But nowadays, I think the greatest talent someone can possess is the innate hunger and obsession for something. That's what helps someone to persevere, and that's what gets someone to the top of whatever respective work they do. When you have this level of obsession over a certain subject, it kind of turns into delusion. And I feel like these things go hand in hand. And that's what makes people successful. It's a good amount of obsession, delusion, and because you're so obsessed, the hard work comes. It's not a question whether or not you're going to work at the thing you want to do, because you're already obsessed with it. That's all you want to do. And there's no idea of what if I fail? There's no idea of what if this doesn't work out, because it has to work out. That's why they're called volleyball idiots. I've been thinking about it for myself, whether or not I have this innate hunger, or if I just have discipline. I've been going on this journey making music every day, and it's not fun every day. For sure, I'm sure it's not fun for people who are obsessed either to do this thing every day, but they still do it. I guess the question I've been asking myself recently is, am I really obsessed with music? Am I obsessed enough to be delusioned enough to continue to do this without result? Because that's what gets people to where they get. There's this one thing one of my profs told me in music school, and it did stick with me. He said that the person that makes it in music is the person who stays in the music the longest. And yeah, if you just hear that straight up, I'm sure you're just thinking, okay, Mr. Captain Obvious, obviously the guy who stays in that field the longest is probably going to make it. But the people that stay in that field the longest are probably the people that are the most obsessed with it. The people that are in that grind the longest probably just want it more than you. It's just a thought I've had recently. I wish I had that talent. I wish I had that obsession. That type of obsession that leads to total delusion. Where I can just kind of put my head down and in my head know that I'm gonna make it one day. I'm jealous about that aspect of Hinata. And I think that's honestly the most realistic component of his character. That unhealthy level of obsession that eventually leads to his success. Just wanted to share that with you guys. If you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. And That's all from me. Peace out.